Did you know scientists suspect that the abundance of specific nutrients will affect our cognitive processes and emotions? That means understanding how these molecules affect our cognition will help us determine how to adjust our diet and promote mental fitness. Yes, we see food as something we desire, but we forget it provides us with energy and supports us build muscles. It prevents us from diseases. But before I go on, I want to say, hi, I'm Chelsea. This is a quick reminder that if you aren't already subscribed to my Fitness Chicks YouTube channel, hit the notification button. And for those of you suffering with anxiety, stress, brain fog, if you're feeling out of control, I give away handy tips and easy to follow guides on my Hybrid Performance for Female Leaders Facebook group. It's completely free to join, and this is where I empower women to gain control, clarity, focus, and become powerful agents of change to reach the next level of success in their career and within their personal relationships. All the links are in the description box below. So let's get back to the good stuff. Studies have advanced in showing that omega-3, the fatty acids, support our genes, and those, in fact, upregulate our cognitive processes. So we really are spoiled for choice when it comes to food at the moment. But it is our society that influences what we eat, when we eat. It's also influenced by the culture or even religion. When we eat food that's pleasant, we plant memories, and these neural pathways are associated with reward. And in fact, it's a typical dopamine hit. Food isn't just a necessity for our bones, muscles, and blood cells. The impact of our diet and exercise are actually used as part of therapy to reduce depression and schizophrenia and bipolar disorders. So without going into too much of the science, there's a brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, and elevations of this and noradrenaline are associated with antidepressant treatments. There's also an association with the neurotrophins, and this involves memory and performance that influence cognitive processing. So really, that upregulation of BDNF is important in learning and memory. And that's not even the half of it. What you put on your dinner plate alters your genetics. Food has been found to be able to influence the way genes work, and it's a process known as epigenetics. There were results of this longitudinal study that included for more than 100 years of birth, death, health in genealogical records of 300 Swedish families in an isolated village. They showed that the individual's risk for diabetes and early death was increased if the paternal grandparents grew up in times of food abundance rather than food shortage. Now, some dietary nutrients have been found to influence DNA. There are omega-3, certain antioxidants, B vitamins, calcium, iron, zinc, choline, which are also the nutrients that are most vital for your brain health. So which foods actually contain this vast array of nutrients for our brain? So here's a few examples to increase cognitive function. I've already mentioned omega-3 fatty acids. That affects cognitive decay, particularly in Alzheimer's patients. And that's things like fish, such as salmon, flax seeds, butternuts, walnuts, curcumin. It actually aids cognitive decay in traumatic brain injuries and supports memory and thought formation. And it increases BDNF growth that I talked about earlier, but it's only found in turmeric. Flavonoids is particularly proven in many studies to enhance cognition and improve function in older adults. It supports working memory, attention, multitasking, if you believe in that, and processing information. And the good news is it's found in cocoa, in green tea, in citrus fruits, in wine, highly in red wine, and dark chocolate. And things like B vitamins and D vitamins also have positive memory performance in women, particularly of various ages, as well as preserving cognition in the elderly. And those things like B vitamin 12 are not available from plant-based products. So a supplement is something to think about. I know a friend takes an injection because she's severely depleted, but she recognizes the difference in her when she doesn't have those. Vitamin D, obviously the sunshine, get outside, but it's also found in microdoses in fish liver, mushrooms, milk, soy milk, cereal, grains, all of that good stuff too. Let's not forget, lastly, about vitamin E, which does reduce cognitive decay in elderly, especially reducing high blood pressure. It can also prevent mental fatigue, and that's found in asparagus, avocados, nuts, olives, spinach, wheat germ, vegetable oil. So all of these foods correlate with cognitive increase, and recent studies have showed that taking a unified approach, such as an integrative diet and exercise at the molecular level, it could influence cognitive abilities in addition to its potential benefits to overall health. We have seen, and there are numerous studies showing that exercise enhances learning and memory under a variety of conditions, such as diet and exercise combined. The brain is highly susceptible to oxidative damage because it's high metabolic load. So a high antioxidant capacity, such as berries, do provide that protection against damage within the brain, as well as having benefits such as learning and memory performance. So just to summarize, acting on particular nutrients that influence cognition are vital for maintaining cognitive function. So not only can nutrition enhance cognitive abilities, it also protects the brain from damage. It promotes repair, it counteracts the effects of aging, and be mindful that this research supports the additional aids in adopting other lifestyle habits, such as consistent exercise and quality of sleep. That combination of all those things have strong implications for public health and are designed to be therapeutic interventions. And in the long term, this will be transmitted to your genes by epigenetic events. This means it isn't as simple as you are what you eat. It's how you perform every day. It's the quality of your recovery and the impact through the genetics you are passing on to your children and their children. So if you want to gain more insight into foods that are beneficial to your health and well-being, there is my blog in the description below where I talk a little bit more about which nutrients are associated with which foods. And within that blog, there is a free document with all the food benefits that you can include then into your daily meals. They are super easy and hassle-free tips. So head over to the description below, or if you're watching on Instagram, check out my bio. And finally, if you haven't joined, please hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell. And I will see you next time.